Now, okay, good.
Wow, that's so accurate.
So I just heard, I won't call out who, but I just heard like I'm gonna cry. And is this this relates to math this year? This relates to math. Is this worth getting upset about?
Yes!
Why? Okay.
I know everything.
Before yesterday, did you have any desire to balance a dozen
Yes.
nails? That was your life goal? You're like, my goal in life is to balance these nails. And you have a teacher in front of you saying, I promise you will be able to do this before you leave my class.
Like today.
Today. And then you'll be able to go blow other people's minds, but I don't have enough for people to take these home. If people want me to go buy more and like whatever, we can talk about that. I could figure out how much it would cost for me to like sell these. I tried to do this as a PTSA fundraiser, but like this is scrap wood from my shop. This is what these are. This is super old pine. This pine's probably 200 years old. Look at the grain. How tight, like that's how old the tree is. How many rings it has.
Nobody touched the table. I've got one balance on the end.
All right, so hold up. Hey, even if you can't talk, or even if you can't clap, but like what you can do is just stop talking and kind of look up. June just brought up a good point. Since you're all working collaboratively, if somebody decides, and I kind of saw this back at Alex's table, if somebody decides to be a jerk and mess with you and screw up your progress, and they bump the table, they can mess up your like productivity and your success, right? So like, don't be a jerk and don't mess up your classmates' success. Try to help them with their success. All right, you guys want another hint?
Please.
All right, so first off, there's a hint in my quote. Anyone want to read the quote for today?
Oh, great.
How is that a hint?
Well, balance.
Well, yeah, that's what we're supposed to
All right, so remember, hey, before I give you your next hint, glance up here real quick. Remember, we're trying to have a growth mindset here, where we would say things or have things in our brain like, I can learn anything, right? Challenges help me grow, right? Feedback is I'm not really giving you a lot of feedback right now, though, because I'm trying to have you struggle on your own. I am inspired by success of others, not that you want to mess. Ooh, June's on to something, actually. Because my next hint for you is how could you pick up 2 with 2?
I knew it.
Oh, great. How's that? That doesn't even make sense.
June's picking up 1 with 2. She's got the nail head hooked, right? June's like lifting her whole block. You're picking up the whole thing with a nail, right? Like you're on to something.
Oh.
Oh.
You're
welcome,
guys. You're
I get it now.
What? We only have 8 minutes left.
I thought you said you were going to teach us by the end of March.
Oh, I still will.
I don't know.
All right, I'm throwing hints at you left and right because I just realized how little time I have today.
I get it now.
Do you?
I get it now. I think I do. I think I get it now.
What? Oh, sorry. So like if I have a nail pointing one way and I have a nail pointing the other way, it's like a positive one and a negative one. They kind of cancel out, right? So actually, one of the eighth graders goes by Zero. If that's their nickname, it's Nina Lewis. If you've met Nina, and we'll talk a lot about Zero this year. Now remember, you can't still be holding. You can't still be holding. You can't be holding.
Ow. God, that hurt.
So if I try to pick up 2 nails. Who's ever used chopsticks? Anyone good at it? Yeah. Anyone ever give up and just use a fork? Yeah. All right, so if I go to try to pick up 2 nails with 2 nails, I might try to do this, but is that gonna like have opposing balancing forces? No. So hold on. What if I tried to pick up nails like this? Why won't this work? They're gonna fall. So what if I put my other nail on top and try to like pinch them and pick it up? Ooh, I can pick up nails with nails. I can pick these up. Right? I just picked up 2 nails with 2 nails.
You know what?
I picked up 2 nails with 2 nails. I can even flutter them like a little wing. They stay hooked in there because they're the heads of the nails are hooked.
Wait, what?
So all I did was lay a nail out. I hooked the other heads, but I want one positive, one negative, right? Or one left, one right, one up, one down, whatever. I want opposing forces. And then I don't even need to use the other nail head. I could even just use the tip of the other nail, and if I pinch it, it stays. If I pinch it, it stays. Final hint. Hey, Bella! I knew somebody would get it eventually. Bella, do you want to come show it up here on the dot cam? Nah, you can just come use mine. Alright, I'll get you more. Hey, sit down, sit down, sit down, sit down. She's going to show it on the dot cam. As many nails as you need. Alright. Listen up to Bella while she talks you through the solution. You don't even need me, you need a classmate.
Okay, so you take like one of your nails, and then you take the rest. So, okay. So you take one nail and it's your middle nail, and then you do what he was doing. You put the heads in, but you put them opposite. So like one head will go, and then another, just like that.
Everyone following Bella's steps? She's trying to help you out.
And then you keep going with it. So then it's like opposite. You put another one on that side and then another one. And then...
So let's do a check. Hold on, Destiny, because you already got it. What was step 1? You already got it, but what was your first step? Donovan, what's step 1? Okay, yeah, it's loud in here, so everyone pause for a second. Because some people I don't think they would hear. Step 1, lay out your first nail. Step 2, crisscross your nails on top with the heads like hooked against each other. You don't need 12 nails, right? Your first goal is do 6. 6 works perfect. All right, Bella, keep going.
Okay, so you keep doing that, but keep one nail out, and then...
So you want to have equal nails on left and right. That's all that matters, is equal on left and right. And you can get it even if it's not equal. It's just a tad. One side leans heavier than the other.
Mine has 2 on.
All right, Bella, what's your final step that brings it all together?
You put the nail on top, but opposite.
Mine are the same way.
Why the nail on top?
So it pinches it together. Right?
Everybody try this. And then, Bella, show us what you do then.
And then you pick it all up together. Like that. And then you set it on top.
And then you're working with gravity instead of against gravity. Boom, shakalaka.
I did it!
Come here, say that.
Who still needs help? Raise a hand. I'll come around. Who still needs help? Or more nails, I guess. Need help? Did you do step 1? Did you lay out your nail flat? Actually, Jude, can you try to help me? No, we're doing that first. Grab a piece of paper back to the bottom right. Go fast. Go fast. You had plenty of chance to get it out. Huh? Yeah.
Another stack on the
gonna make one to keep in my classroom. Because if we're having issues today, it'll probably be issues other days. Make one easier and we'll circle back and help you solve that. Cassidy, you helping miss? You got it? Keegan, you get it? You want some more nails? All you need to do is this guy's back.
I'm using the.
Hold on, keep that face, keep that face.
I balanced 12 nails with her technique.
Math success. Alright, get it. We got 2 minutes. Yeah. It was like an engineering puzzle at like a camp thing. I mean, it's all over the internet. So if you put those in the middle, that's your fighting because they're not in the middle. Did we all get it back here? Not yet? Are we holding each other out? Here we do step 1. Put the first one flat on the table. Right? Step 2 is press cross and pull on each other. Right. Whitney, can you help Addie? I'll circle back around.
First one to
Did you get it? Nice, good work. Nice. So then, how to get that extension piece? How could we then? Because I told you, and some of you thought I was full of it. How could you get past 12?
Do it again.
Just keep stacking. So at your table, if at your table you want to stack your stacks on top of each other, you can now.
I tried stacking nails.
Have you got it yet? Did you get it to stand? You got it, man. You right there.
I did.
I'm almost out.
Oh,
Where did I leave them? My bin of nails. I was walking around. Oh, back with Gabe and Keegan. Did you get it, Keegan? Keegan, you gotten it? Leave the numbers, all that really matters. So if you can actually scooch in the middle, you can do it. Now pick these up. Grab both sides of these nails.
Do you see if
And then set it
here?
in the middle. We might. Yeah! See if you can come on. Here is probably the biggest request I'm going to make all year. I need your eyes. Guys, you have a lot of power right now. You're the first class to have done this. Chill with the nails for a second. I'm, like, begging you. Say nothing. Okay? It's really tempting. Now, you can say, like, we got it. You can encourage them that they can do it. You can say it is possible. But please don't say anything to anybody about this, especially at lunch. Right? Because we got lunch before I finish teaching my classes. You guys currently have the power that you can ruin my lesson. And you can take all the fun away. Please don't do that. Right? You've got the power. Like I said, I don't control you. Please knock it all down so they can't see it. I should have put my screen a little bit. You have 5 Alright, take them apart. Make sure nobody can figure out what you did.
One can see.
Oh, take it off the, knock it down, Raphael.
Got it. No. Let him out first. Let him out first.
on Monday.
Wait, can we go to
Oh, I don't want to check your schedule. I don't want to tell you anything that might go wrong.
All about balance. You can do this. You can do this.
And all of you coming in right now, you're messing up what people getting out.
You guys will now find out how to do it. You have to use your brain. He stole it! Someone come and Oh, I think you have to like put one on this side and this one on the other. Good luck, folks.
Alright, Raphael, do you need help packing up?
No. He stole it. He stole it.
Yeah, it happens. It's my mistake because I should have turned my screen off, so that one's on me. Alright! Normally you would need your plan book out, but here's what you need out for today. Raphael, you gotta go. Make good work today, though, alright? Oh, Lindy and Abby. Or Lindy and Addie left their name tags. Name tags need to be out. If you left yours in my room, it's on the board. What's up? You can either go get it or you can make a new one, whichever you think will be faster. Alright. You look suspiciously like coffee or something.
Can I do this?
You're looking sus. Hey, I can't start class till you're gone, Raphael. I need you out of here, man. I love having class with you, but I gotta let you go on to the next teacher. I can't keep you all day. I would keep you all day. So you tell me what's your letter group? A. So look down here. Right, because it's Friday. A on your second period does global culture social studies. Right across the hall. Just right across the hall. So you maybe heard from some of the people coming out, and my mistake from having the board up, but if you saw the solution, again, like we said yesterday, please don't give it away. So you can come chat with me in the hallway in a minute if you want. But hey, chill with the nails for a second, because I need you listening. And I know if you're playing, you're not listening, so just chill for a second. Eyes on the board. What we're about to do as I come around the room and give you cards while you're working on... It's okay, it's gravity. They were up on the nail and then they bumped the table. We are going to make my random cards. Okay, so my random cards are short edge, long edge, first name, last name. Sure, if you want. Thank you. So what I mean by that... and by the way, if I can ever get YouTube to load, I was going to show you guys that I record my classes. Some of you are not doing what I asked, and you are still playing with the nails, and you're making my job more difficult, which I don't know why you want to waste time, because you need as much time as possible. But hey, if I need to repeat myself and take longer, that's just time you guys don't get. This is what you want to make happen. Oh, I froze my screen. When I give you, and you'll get to pick your card. Now, the first class picked the suits of, they took clubs and spades. So you guys will have the red suits of hearts and diamonds. So you guys are a bunch of hearts and diamonds. So you can pick your card as I come around. It does not matter what card you pick. Like, it doesn't matter ace versus 2 or whatever. So you need first name on the short side, last name on the long side, just adjacent to each other, kind of like this. Does that make sense? So then you are working as a team to try and solve the balancing nails puzzle. But here's the thing. I know the learning target is balance 12. But I'm going to tell you, just like math problems, or like most things that you have in school, it would be better to start at a lower level and work up to 12. So my advice is start at 6, which means you have plenty of nails at your table for each of you to have 6. And if not, I can walk around and move some nails around. But first thing I'm going to do is bring cards around while you guys start working on this. Then grab a Sharpie, and you guys can share, right? Your table can just share one Sharpie and then put it back away or whatever. And then I'll come back around and pick these up. Make sense? Absolutely. We may not even get to the graph paper thing. So I just want you guys building that habit of always having graph paper up, but you don't need to grab it yet. For this, for writing your name on the cards. Just like this. Because then, so like last class, let's say I'm teaching the first period class again. I will literally shuffle the deck, and then for my first problem, I'll be like, hey, June, do you want to help me out? Like, I just use them to call on people instead of always making people raise their hands. Trust me, it is nicer than like you sitting there like, oh, let me cut, because I'm randomly, I'm not picking, right? So I don't leave anybody out. I'm just random. All right, pick a card, any card, it really doesn't matter. This is an old card deck of mine that had lost a card or two, so this card deck can't be played anymore, so now we can use it. So you guys can play with your nails now. I do not, it seems awfully quiet now. Yes?
Okay, so.
Yeah, because they were mad at me that they thought I never called on this one. Like, so, okay, so.
Was it Sophie?
No, because they're touching the wood. So Theo was mad that I never called on her, would never call on her. She got called on as much as everyone else. Just, she was absent sometimes when her card would come up, and then her card would cycle, but pick a card, man. Were you listening to my directions, or were you totally said that? Doesn't matter what card, pick a card. Yes. You want what? The two? Dime or hearts? Pick a card, does not matter. Okay. I will tell you, the last class was successful without me telling them how to do it. For the nail balancing. So if you want to throw down a challenge, they got it with like 3 or 4 minutes left to spare in class.
Seriously?
Yeah, but I mean, that means they struggled for a long time first.
Wait. That's actually I have an idea, but I will try to like all my ideas.
Alright, so first name, last name on the card, please. I'll come around in a few minutes and pick those up. Nope, nothing else. Just gravity. But you do need gravity. I will say it's pretty important. Alright, here's your first hint. Here's your first hint. How could you just balance 2? How could you just balance 2?
Including the bottom one?
Well, I mean, yeah, but if I try to pick it up, I guess I have to pick up both of these, right? Well, yeah, then that's the problem, is how's it going to stay balanced?
How would it stay balanced?
Ooh, Sharpie. If you guys can share or whatever, but I need that Sharpie so I can actually see it. Same here, the directions were first name up here. So go ahead and put the first name up there as well. It's okay that it's there, but I need it there as well, so just how I use my cards, just so I can see it.
How do you do it?
You do it. That's how you do it. You just balance them.
Wait!
Put like 5 over there, 5 over there.
Great.
What? You can't just put 12 on. You gotta split them up.
Oh, wait, are we
I mean, you can only use one vertical nail, so I don't really quite know your question. Can you like use both setups? No.
I need help.
You can work together, but
Wait, is the card supposed to help us?
is the
I
what?
have an idea. Supposed to help us in any way, shape, or form. What if you put it side? Yes. Wait!
What?
Did they had us?
No.
You got it? Yes, you knocked us. What was it? I don't even know. I just looked.
Shane, you're on my team now. Walk around and ask questions.
How in the Polynesian? Wait, did he use the card? Please tell me he used the card.
No, I'm coming around to collect. Did he use the card? That's actually really clever.
I'm
The
just
thing that
wondering,
you
he
could,
could
like-
have used it in some way. He gave us it for a reason.
All right, hint number 2. And as Shane is coming around, he can help you understand this. Actually, I'll show you hints 2 and 3. How could you pick up 2 with 2? And is your solution working with gravity or against gravity? You're on teacher team now, or you can do nothing if you want. But
Is it not allowed to touch a block?
so come here, Shane.
Is it not allowed to touch a block?
Correct.
How would that? Yeah, just by
So good stuff is working them and figuring out that
I got 2. Mr. Hudson, I did it. I had 2.
heads on closing. And then a good step 2 is that you can ask them. This is why my question about picking up nails is, will this work to pick up nails? No. Why? Did you see
So the
this?
section is like this.
Yes.
Like
I've
this.
seen it on a YouTube
Yeah, that's
video and I memorized it for like 7
Well, I don't
Well, I'm
know.
glad I saw it real quick.
It
and
works for
not
like a couple
because like,
seconds.
that was
but
too
then I
fast
need to
for
like
like
this
how
up.
much time I wanted people to really engage with this. So
Yeah.
like, I love that you solved it. Sorry to just like knock it down, but like, yeah, I just want to make sure nobody else saw it and gave it away. But yeah, those are the questions that I would ask, and you don't even have to ask. You can just walk around and be like, just like just bother them like that. But this is a good like push in the right direction.
Oh no, I think he would have to put it like this. I think he would put it like this. I almost have it. I know, I have an idea. Because like I literally already know like the end of this is heavier, so you have to think how to put it. Because like all this is one.
Sammy says the end of the nail is heavier, so you have to be thinking about that and accounting for it. So wait, so Sam, if I was gonna try to balance 2, and yeah, guys, I was fibbing. Shane did get it. That's why I knocked Shane's down. Is he got it? I didn't want people to see it. So Sammy, how would I balance 2 then? Sure. Yeah, you can come up under the dot kick. Guys, Sammy just did the perfect thing. If you ever want to come up, I don't care. Just ask and come on up.
Well,
I don't want to
essentially,
teach. You guys do my
okay,
job.
so it worked for like a split second and then it fell.
Okay,
What
Sammy says it worked
essentially-
for a split second, but also Charlotte's back at your table, so my table might move less than yours.
Yeah, lettuce. Okay. Sorry. I'm sorry. No, the nail went under it. My apologies. The nail went under the wood thing. I'm really shaky, so I don't know if I can do this. I'm like really shaky today. See?
Is that working with gravity?
I don't know.
So you said the nail's heavier. So wait,
On one
so
side.
or the head's heavier. Would this like work?
That would fall off, right? I
So-
essentially tried that, but then it fell off. I did. No. You just
What
have
if we
to do it
did?
like this because
Yeah,
One side.
that.
I tried doing it, but then it fell off. 'Cause I'm like, I'm a really shaky person, so I don't know if I can do this.
All right, you guys want another hint?
I'm a really shaky person.
You're on the right track.
I'm a really shaky.
Here, I'm gonna give another hint.
Yeah. You,
All right, here's your next hint.
I've been trying to
Exactly like what Sammy just said, with the head of the nail needs to be taken into account because it's heavier. We need to work to balance. Like, you can't just hope that you can hold your breath and it will stay. It needs to actually have some weight helping it balance.
Yes, I've been trying to do that for like 9 minutes.
By the way, if your name tent's not up, it should be. If your name tent's not up, it should be. Get in that habit for the first couple weeks till I know who y'all are.
Dude, all of the tables.
It doesn't matter if it's crooked.
See, look.
I promise you.
Oh, so you don't have to like them?
I'll give you 3 other options if you want. I promise you it doesn't matter that they're crooked. It's only crooked because I'm a human. But actually, those look pretty straight. There you go. So Lily's got an idea up here.
Oh, no way.
Lily, what? You're Lucy? No, yeah, Lucy. Sorry, we had Lily's. I think we do have Lily. My bad. So Lucy in the sky, diamond. I'm sorry, Lucy. I'm sure you're tired of that. So Lucy did this, like when I looked over, she said, "Well, I can do this, right?" But the problem is, if I go to hang them, they're going to scooch apart, right? My main nails are going to scooch apart. So the next hint I kind of have for you is like, could you connect all the nails with each other and then then put it up where it belongs? Like starting. Well, is math easy?
No.
So saying that'd be really hard. Yeah,
He
I
said.
know.
He said.
Sorry, I'll put $1 in the swear jar.
He said the E was. I do now. Bubble. He was bubble.
Okay, I actually had it.
I think you're trying to work the system
The
back
thing
here.
is, I actually
Now, also,
had
for
it.
the 3 times I've announced it already, I'm hoping this is what I hope it is. Oh, where's your name tag? Where's your name tag, Mason? I know where your name tag is.
No, Shane.
No, Shane, no,
Oh, I lost the board. So, do you want the ones from yesterday? You can go grab it from there. Alright, I'm coming around to grab your cards. Coming around to grab your cards. The playing cards. Thank you.
I mean, also, the end of the nails does have texture, like up here. So I feel like that's right off my nail.
No, it's not, because the deck is not full anymore, so you need to. If you don't, I will, but I would rather have your handwritten. I appreciate your thought, Max.
Oh my God.
More decks of cards than I know what to do with. And this actually used to be my euchre deck of cards. You know what that is? So these got really, really old. Like some cards are like brand new and other cards are super old. Can you see how like some are light and some are dingy? That's why I retired this deck, is I decided it was too old. Emily didn't follow directions. I need your first name and then last and kind of wrapping around the corner. It just helps me out. Like,
I got it.
No, he didn't. No.
Gage had it. I told him if he gets it, knock it down super fast so nobody else sees it. So Gage was on the right track. All right, so I guess since Gage got Shane's hint, Shane, do you wanna kind of say the hint and I'll show it up here,
Yeah.
or do you just want to come do it in front of the dot camera?
Yeah.
So sometimes if you're struggling on a math problem, a classmate might offer like, "Hey, I can show you the first step. Like I can get you start," but like you don't want them to walk you all the way through it, because then you don't actually like learn anything. So Shane, and make sure it's in the dot, like look up there to see if it can, so scooch it up the desk, like up here. So Shane and I were chatting. Yeah, Grace, it seems like your classmates don't like that noise you're making. Shane and I were talking about picking up the nails. My table's not flat, sorry. My table leans. I did it kind of on purpose, but this side's higher than that side. So Shane brought up this. He goes, you could pick up, like you could start picking up.
I think I know.
Like you could start. And guys, this is essentially the original that. We had that originally. And then Shane just said, okay, boom, boom. And then he started going from there. So let's leave it there. That's a big hint from Shane. Thank you, Shane. Now remember, my last hint was could you do it on the table and then pick it up and move it? Like, could you lay it flat and then pick it up?
Is that like the? Do you need to add more onto it?
Mason, are you just having fun and you know you're not following the rules? It's okay. Like, I just want to make sure you know what our goal is here. Because you're not really trying to accomplish the goal, which is telling me something.
Okay.
Either you don't believe me that it's possible, or you've already given up on yourself. You what? Do you know none of the other nails can be touching the wood? When we talked about the learning target yesterday, which maybe you didn't quite catch that, but all of the other nails that you balance cannot be touching the wood. They can only touch other nails. And then my hints are like work with gravity, not against gravity, have opposing forces balance each other out. What do you get if you have a positive 1 and a negative 1? If I give you $1 and take it away? Zero. What do you get if you go left and then right?
Middle.
If I step left and then I step right? It like canceled, right? I get back to where I was. So right now, what I see up here is like one left, one right, or whatever you want to say. But the obvious problem, at least obvious as soon as you try to pick it up and put it on the other nail, is I can't pick this up. It kind of looks fun when they flip around each other. Like, I mean, come on, let's not lie. It's kind of fun. I mean, that's kind of fun. But it doesn't work. Frustrating.
Oh, it's because I had it once and then Charlotte kept shaking the table so it fell down.
It's all Charlotte's fault.
Like 10 times.
Well, just know you bet there.
I'm just saying, I had 2 up there, but then and then
How? Why do you do this?
attention.
Do you have to ask?
Don't encourage him. He loves the screaming
Can I, like-
children going, how? How?
What
It
did I
feeds
read?
me.
What in the
He
heck?
said-
Feeds me.
he
Like,
said
you know,
that,
like the health counters on video games. It's like,
You can only use a dozen.
oh, you can do it with 84. So when we get to the point that I'm going to let the solution happen, you two can share it with the class. But try to keep your work private right now. Set up a blockade.
It's usually elementary school when you take like the spelling test.
They're going to see.
I
How long are we in here, guys?
For like 200 hours.
You wish.
I
Because
would.
math is the best class.
Well, necessarily.
Look, you're all entitled to your own opinions.
Essentially. It's the best class.
I like how right when you knocked it down, Liam looked up. Like if he had looked up a second
How do you
sooner, I
lift
think
it?
he maybe would have seen it.
How do you lift this?
So what's your problem now?
I don't know how to lift
Oh. Okay,
I'm
so
not showing
how, what is
Whoa.
happening?
I'm not
that
showing
you
you.
would fight
I'm
against?
not showing you.
How'd you do it?
How'd
I'm not telling you.
So guys, one of my hints.
This is it.
Yeah, my hands didn't work great. Guys, one of my hints was how could you pick up 2 with 2? And Lucy, I think has maybe, now with the, I think maybe she has figured out if I go to pick up these 2 with 1 nail, I fail, right? Because I pick it up and they swing around and they drop. How could I pick up, Lucy, did you figure out what I could do to get this lifted off the table?
Okay. Did you do it?
So if I stick another nail on top,
Oh, he dropped the nail.
That's just what I was waiting.
so this,
Everyone's gonna get down on the boy.
it's a birdie.
I think I got it.
It's
Put
a
it down.
birdie.
Put it down. Put it down.
Don't show.
Oh, he showed it. Oh, let's go. So he showed it. Oh, showed it. Well, I don't know if it
Figure
was
it out.
right or not.
What in the heck?
It wasn't.
That's
It was no. That's not it. That's not it. What?
Get it to balance.
That's not it.
This is gauge.
I'm not telling you guys.
Take a breath. You're gonna offend me. Math can be a giant pain in the butt. I've had more annoyances with math than you've like been alive. Like I've been in math. You're 51? You're older than me. Okay.
Actually 51.
How old are you?
Nice.
Lizzie, what is
No. No cheating.
what in the heck?
Does the fact that at least 3 of your classmates are telling you it is possible motivate you?
Yeah.
Because if it doesn't, we need to work on your growth mindset.
I got it earlier, but I can't. Charlotte. He just smacked all her nails on the floor.
I did it. I saw it though. I saw it.
Then try it. Be creative.
I did it.
Now you're helping me.
I did not mean to smack it so far.
I just did it.
You're gonna pick them up.
Yeah. How long
So
are we
you
in
have
here?
grace stuff?
How long are we in here
If
for?
you've been successful, Grace still has it, but you Grace and help her out.
It takes like an hour to
We're
put
in
together
Central
and then
1109.
it's like how did you
Yeah,
know
I know. Thank you.
Let's
So, generally, do you keep kind of ask them some questions. Now, don't just give it away, but ask them some questions. Ooh, William's on a really good path back here. Now, Mason and William, you guys chatting with each other while you work? Kind of working independently. Opposing forces.
I need
We
this
want
to
things
balance.
balanced. Like if one's left, one's right. One's up, one's down. One's positive, one's negative.
It can't balance. I literally got it, but then.
I'm so sorry.
I swear to
Don't
God.
apologize for being excited. You are fine.
I swear to God, I did not help
Do you
you
want
that
it?
much.
Is that what's happening?
No, that's because Gage
Russia, you look like you're like one nail away from success.
I did kind of put a hit on the board.
Yeah, when you. Mr. Hudson.
You guys are good?
Yeah, I did.
Mr. Hudson. Put it down, put it down, put it down, put it down.
We're at the point where now we're all starting to get it. It's okay.
I already got it.
Mine kind of fell down. Do we have to use all 12?
I did it.
Built
Oh,
mine.
it's a word. We have to use all 12.
And built a totally another
I did
thing.
it. I did
Do
it.
anything else, I'll do it.
You can do it with 6. It'll work with 6, yeah.
Wait.
I don't got it. I don't got it.
You got it. I was trying to breathe on you.
When you were that close.
Shane showed me. I was like,
In the
there's no way you
beginning, I
can
was
do it with
thinking
12.
of something, but then it was just because I didn't have that
Oh, you can do more than now figure out how to do more than 12, especially since you just said that.
It was one nail I didn't have.
Alright, even though Gage was one of the first person to figure it out, he still is clinging to me, like, lying that more than 12 won't work. And I am promising you I have done 84.
What the Jesus?
He's not involved in this.
What the Jesus?
It's because.
Alright, so, do you think by me calling on cards, now you can pass, right? If you don't want to participate, you can pass. And like if you haven't quite figured out the problem yet, you can pass. So let's see if our collective mental power, hey, bring it back in, because this is one of those cases where like I'm talking and then some of you are starting conversations. The nails are okay, but like voices are not quite. So, Xavier, if I ask you if you know of the first step, just the first step that we want to do, are you pretty confident in a first step? So we're going to try to, as a class, figure this out. I'm going to use my random cards to show you guys what my random cards, like, how I work them. So, hey, you're being rude to your classmate now. So, Xavier, do you know a step 1, how we could all start? And if not, you can pass. What is a step 1? Where should I put my first nail for step 1?
Oh, only one nail?
Well, you tell me.
Well, I think that you start with the 3 nails.
So before I can get to 3 nails, though, how did nail 1 start? So just lay a nail down, right? Guys, sometimes in math, we're writing out like every single step. So if you have not solved this, lay a nail on your table. So this is what's going to frustrate some of you when I'm using random cards. Although Sammy is dying to share, I'm going to keep using my random cards. So, Mila, do you have a step 2? Can you tell the class a step 2? And if not, you can pass.
Take another nail.
Take another nail.
You take the head and you lay it against that first nail.
Hook the head of your next nail over nail 1. I added the word hook because I like it because it kind of hooks. All right, sweet. Sammy, next step. What do we do now?
So since you get more nails and then you just like do that process. for,
Hey,
like, all
someone's
the
got their
times.
phone because it's ringing.
No, that's someone's speaking. Oh no, someone's phone is going off.
Yeah, not my first rodeo, guys. So whoever has their phone in 5 minutes when we change classes, go put it in your locker. I don't even care, but you shouldn't have it in your bag. Go put it in your locker. Sorry, Sammy. Go ahead. Next step.
The next step, you get another nail, but instead of putting it like that, do it on the other side. So like that, yeah, and then set it down. And then you kind of like repeat that.
So Sammy says the next step is do that and then repeat.
Yeah.
And then keep doing that.
13.
Stop.
13.
I don't know if you are struggling to count, but... So, do I want same on both sides or like stop here?
Same.
No,
So,
same one.
5 and 4 would not be good, so 5 and 5.
Let's have an even number so that you can split it in half.
We want it to be same on... Charlotte, what's next? Sorry, this is how I use random cards, guys.
Okay, so you know how to do it. Okay, so you put a nail where the head is, you put it the opposite way, and then you push them together.
Alright, so hold up. By the time we get done with all these steps, everybody's structure should be built. So if you aren't doing this with us, hey, it's okay. We already know somebody has their phone. It's already rang. It's fine. What you must be important. Your boss might be trying to get a hold of you. We're doing this right now. Can we focus? If you have not done this, do this. If you have not done this, do this. And if you need more nails, I got a few more. And you don't need to use all 12. Oh, did you guys need another block? Did I put extras back there? Sorry, there must have just only been 2 here from last. Oh, you stole one of theirs? What the heck?
I needed Oh, no,
Wow.
I know, I just left them back there. Alright, and then Charlotte said the last step was put a nail on top, but the other direction of your bottom nail. Well, okay, not the last step, because there's one more step that we're going to need to do. Sure, Sammy.
Yay!
Well, you said, can I say it? But if you want to come up here, that's fine too.
Oh, well, okay, I'll finish. Okay, so then you grab like the head of the nail, the bottom of the nail, or like the ones that you put on bottom and top, and then you like just put it on the nail on the wood, but like balance it like that.
You can do more of those.
And then if you want to roll, just copy that same process.
Ah. So then we could just copy the process. Now, before people start looking at my window and they see this, I'm going to knock mine down. But everybody, like, set this up. If you've already set it up, try to leave it, because then we're going to chat real quick. Right?
Just leave it. Just leave it. Do not.
Alright, so... Alright, who is it? Like, because now it's... We got to figure out who's calling.
Yeah, this one not.
Whose phone is it? Huh?
Mine's in my locker.
I mean, it might be, but it doesn't sound like it.
Mine's in my locker.
It sounds kind of distant and a little off. So it might be
Well,
someone.
I mean, now it's starting to concern me that something's happening. What did you learn? So let's all chill with the nails. Like, just chill for a second. Lucy, grab a seat. What did we learn here? Gage? No? Hand up and down.
I just lost it.
Lost it. Sammy?
Wait,
Charlotte, Sammy's talking.
That we do like balance thingies and make things even because you gotta make like
Knock them down, knock them down, knock them all down. Knock it down. Knock it down.
Knock it. No. Knock it down. We did knock it down.
I know it's
Okay,
now.
so we will talk more about this on Monday. You can leave everything on your desk except for things that are yours. I need you to take all of your things with you.
Take the card.
How did I miss yours? Because I needed you to write with Sharpie.
You got
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you guys so much. You're all amazing.
How many nails did I get on that? I got over 12. Definitely.
Let him out before you come in. Nope, wait in the hall. Let him out before you come in.
I see things. I was like, wait, I see how it was, and I was like,
Oh, back it up.
Let him out before you
Liam
come in.
almost cheated. Liam almost cheated.
Hey, so do you rather go sit in the camera while we do this if you're going to try to look through the window? and see how it's done. Oh, sure you weren't.
I don't even know what was going on.
I don't know if I can turn this in now.
Oh, I forgot to. Nope, not until Monday. You don't turn it home until it's due. Otherwise, it is way too much for me to keep straight of what's turned in when.
Yes, help.